Kilo C's tossing in some nice quotes from post-game reaction. CeeDee Lamb says, it was a weird day today. Yeah, just weird.
You know, so, we had that Halloween hangover, I think.
Yep. And then we also have Christopher James, who's showing up in the chat, says, more Bronco fans at the game today than Cowboys fans.
It looked like it.
Very sad.
It is sad. And you know what the issue with this, and this is what I told you guys when I went to the Cowboys game before. Cowboys fans in Dallas are a little bit fair weather. They didn't think this was going to be a good game. So they sold their fucking tickets to Broncos fans. That's such bullshit. Like, and it's the same thing when there's some stadiums like the Steelers and at Arrowhead with the Chiefs. A game like this, it's a sea of black and yellow or red, right?
Yeah.
People aren't giving up their tickets because they think it's going to be a shitty game. You got to show up. Every time they showed the crowd, it looked like a fucking Orange Crush had blown up.
Yeah,
exactly. And listen, Cowboys fans, we're spending all of his son's school money to come down and to watch that damn game. So you better show up.
I'm hoping because
we don't want to get beat up by fucking Las Vegas Raiders fans.
I'm hoping because it's like a Thanksgiving Day game and it should be a pretty close game that a lot of it's like at least 70-30 for Cowboy. Because every time I've went, it's been at least 50-50.
Okay,
there's two. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one last comment from the chat.
Yeah.
EJ Savage, great name by the way, says an underrated point is that Lawrence is one of our, if not best, run defenders too.
And he's not even here. Yeah, when's he come back? When's he back?
Beware of D-Law. D-Law is a fucking tank.
When's he back?
He's got to be coming up soon.
Yeah, that's a good point because
D-Law's good at run stuffing.
No, and I've always felt like, is D-Law a linebacker?
No, D-end.
Okay, well, shit. Anyways,
he plays the same. He plays the same. He's the same position as Randy Gregory.
We feel light in that. I know that we've had some good games. It just feels like shit. Like maybe, I guess that was the reason that we could let go of Smith was because we do have. I know they're not playing the same position. He's playing linebacker, but we've been rotating Micah Parsons.
You know why they got rid of Smith? Because he's not a good football player.
Okay, the same reason the Green Bay Packers
got rid of him. He's just not a good football player.
Okay, so
anymore.
So outside of the Jalen talk, we definitely came into this game thinking it was going to be a layup.
Yeah, and I think maybe the players thought that, and that's why I think a good kick in the dick might be what the Cowboys needed to get back focused. Yep. Next week against Atlanta, if we have the same thing, if it's even close, like if we don't win by more than 2 touchdowns, I think we have a problem on our hands. And I don't really like our defense matching up against Atlanta's offense. Atlanta has a pretty decent offense.
Well, we got to do a better job than this and let our defense rest because we only had the possession for 1/3 of the game.
Not going to help. That won't help.
No, and it showed, right? Like I'll say it again. Even the Dak himself looked defeated, of course, but when they were showing just the close-ups of the players on the field, they all had it wasn't a positive look or like an even anger. They weren't even angry. It was like, fuck, we can't stop these guys, basically. Right. And you know what? Take it as it is. Eat shit this game. Get embarrassed. Go to the drawing board and come back and don't let that shit happen again. You kind of made a point a few times. It's like, let them, maybe the running game's different, but like, fucking hang back. Let them get the first down and don't let them get the touchdown rather than trying to make a play to stop them from like if we're not set up in a defensive what's the fucking called position like
scheme
a defensive scheme that's going to have that protection, then just fucking play back, right? Like I don't know, there was a lot of plays like that where we let big holes go, and a lot of it was with the running game too.
The last stats that I think matter, you kind of touched on it with the 3rd down and 4th down efficiency. Look at the 4th downs, 0-4. We were 0-4 on 4th down. I'm talking about the